Alright, hey, what's going on, Freedom Riders? Okay, so this is part one, but from entrepreneur to from employee to entrepreneur. Okay, so in definition, how I put it before is entrepreneurs. Entrepreneur is a problem solver, and Entrepreneurs are problem solvers, and they solve problems that create a solution based on a skill set. Entrepreneurs must learn to grow and to solve that problem. Employees, a person, they kind of employees come as they are. Actually, they only have to memorize and copy a behavior or thought pattern that is part of the solution to a problem. Employees, like students in school, memorize, not learn. Entrepreneurs must learn, which means they must get uncomfortable. Employees, they do have to get uncomfortable, but it is a quick subtlety into comfort. Entrepreneurs, at least great entrepreneurs, are always venturing into places of deep uncomfort to grow. So to go from employee to entrepreneur, employees, like I said, solution, memorization. They get paid on the clock. They get paid They get paid for effort and execution. So they don't even have to fully do the job properly, but still get paid. Or to his best effort, to his best degree, to his highest effort. They just have to do enough and they get paid. On someone else's, and they get paid on someone else's dime, or they're on someone else's dime. You ensure, and there's nothing wrong with this concept of employee. We need them. We insure them, or someone insures you. Vacation tells you when to go, tells you when to tells you when to tells you when a vacation tells you when to tells you how you get paid and when you get paid. With an employee, it doesn't matter how much you grow your self-image. Now, yes, you can become a manager, and you can move up in the company and all this other stuff. But no matter how far you go in the company, they will always tell you how much you get paid, no matter how much you grow your self-image. So with an entrepreneur, you have to kind of transfer to this ideology. Wealth is not created, it's transferred. So in a job, yes, I said entrepreneurs is something, it's about creation. But essentially, after you create, it's really just a transference of energy. Like I was visualizing, I was in my meditation, and really, when you go from salesman like myself to customer, or from customer to salesman, sorry, it's really a transference of energy, or even back and forth. It's really a transference of energy, and then you get money out of it. Because at first there's no money on the table. So this is not the primary subject. The primary subject is the transference of energy. And then it manifests as money being shown, depending on how good the energy is. Or how good the transference is, you get paid. So But as an employee, you're not necessarily transferring energy. You're again, like I said, you're just the solution. So you are basically created. And because you can be created, you can be replaced. Now, even entrepreneurs can be replaced, but because it's about transference, the replacement is never about policy, or it's never about how much the company's getting paid, or if they even care. Like, I just got off the phone with an employee yesterday who got fired from a mail job, and wow. And she said she had 60 days to make something happen. And she had to go from here to here. So she has to go from it being created to being transferred. So in entrepreneurship, skills create more solutions. Skills pay the bills in entrepreneurship, not necessarily you just being a solution and a memorization of habit or behavior. You create corporations, you don't just join it. There's an opportunity for generational wealth. You will never create generational wealth at your job. You're introduced to the idea of cash flow, meaning constant money coming in without you being there. Energy management and creation. Like I said, you can start from nothing on entrepreneurship and work and get paid. You can with a job, but I don't believe that. I believe to some extent, a job is an investment, because you have to look the part, you have to dress up, including dressing up, transportation. And I started my entrepreneurship with no money. I always needed money for a job. If I wanted a job right now, I'd have to pay to get there. Whether it be by bike or train or bus. And then I gotta clean up. I never have to do that for entrepreneurship. It's just about energy. With entrepreneurship, if you manage your energy well, depending on where you are in entrepreneurship, because there are some companies that you need money. But on the internet, no, you don't. If you manage your energy well, you can get paid. And you can even say, manage your attention. But as an employee, yeah, this is true, but it's more minimal. You become, you become hard to, you become to get, you have to become, no matter how hard the times get, or guidance you have. As an employee, you always have guidance. You have your boss, higher ups, co-workers. Entrepreneurship, is the process, and because there's a difference between a process and a journey. A process and a journey of self-employment. And business ownership. But if you're also asking what's the difference between self-employed and business owner, is that self-employed has no employees, or no, actually, yeah, it has no to little employees. And business owners, I would say you can say 500 and up, but small businesses say anywhere from 30 to 500 employees at a small business. So and that business is not only responsible for the CEO, but they're responsible for their employees. And entrepreneurship is a deep journey of self-awareness, and you only get paid to execute. Unlike a job where you get paid for effort and execution, you only get paid in entrepreneurship to get the job done. You only get paid if the job is done. Nothing else. And you keep getting referred based on how well the job is done. So in entrepreneurship, it's just two different mentalities. And it's hard to it's hard for people to transfer over from job to employee, because I think this is one of the hardest concepts that people need to grasp. You no longer, in entrepreneurship, you no longer get paid for effort. You no longer get paid to say you did some of it. You no longer, you also know, these are the two hardest concepts. You no longer get paid for effort, and you no longer are here to memorize, because you've been memorizing for the past 20 years, 15 to 20 years. And what I see by that is meaning by school and a job. So by the time you get a job, you're 18 years in of just memorization. You're not really, in entrepreneurship, you're forced to, where did I put it? You're forced to, you're forced to learn. You don't have to learn. You don't have to learn when you have a job. Here's what I mean by you don't have to learn when you have a job. You could be doing the same thing for 15 years at the same job, same desk, same employees, same boss. But in entrepreneurship, you can, well, depending on how much you grow, you can change directions of what you sell, change companies. And I don't mean as in you hire, meaning you destroy one, or you exit out of one and you go to another, which can be completely difficult, because it can't just tank your income if you don't have any reserves. And when you have to go from developing yourself and your skills to, because like I said, like Spirit told me yesterday, you get peace, because jobs create comfort. And so can entrepreneurship, but not really. Jobs create comfort. And entrepreneurship creates progress. Society will not progress without entrepreneurs. society is stabilized by your job. They're both important, just two different segments of capitalism. So without entrepreneurship, society doesn't progress, and this is uncomfortability. So in this, that's why, because if entrepreneurship did the same thing for 15 years, the company, it's not that. And when I say the same thing, here's what I mean. I don't mean a system, because McDonald's has been doing the same thing forever. But they do agree with the times. In certain areas, with a job, you don't. That's not really. You don't have to do that. You don't have to upgrade with a job, because a mailman is a mailman. That's actually a beautiful example. A mailman is a mailman. It never changed in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. A mailman is a mailman. But in entrepreneurship, a mailman will go from driving a car to electric bike or electric car or whatever. So, like I said, entrepreneurship is just different. And most people fail in this transference of wealth because they can't stop memorizing. Because memorizing does not mean you're developing. It just means you know how to regurgitate stuff, and you no longer get paid for effort. You no longer, that's why I'm not a believer in passion, because passion equals effort, not execution. I'm about to make a video on that. It doesn't mean you have created a solution that can get you paid. So that's why I'm a firm believer in finding a skill. And that doesn't mean you have to be you have to be a trade. You have to find a trade or whatever case may be. But find something that can get you paid no matter what the market says about you. No matter how people feel about you, you can get paid. But click the link in my bio. No, actually, go to bit.ly/your free consultation. In all caps. Your free consultation, all caps, to book a consultation with me. Quickly, as I answer that question, yes, I would. Okay, so there's a flip on that. This passion has the word pass in it, right? So you can develop a skill and become passionate about that skill. You can have a passion and you create a demand, and then it becomes a skill set. Because that's the key word that skips from passion to skill set, is demand, meaning audience. Meaning somebody cares about what you have to offer, or somebody cares about what you like. your viewpoint, your point of view, your somebody cares about what you like, you want, or your point of view, right? And it became a skill set because it's something that you created and can help somebody else. But if there is no demand, it doesn't matter how passionate you are about something. A skill necessarily automatically assumes there is a demand. A skill is usually develop a skill based on what the market needs. And that's why I even agree with not Dan Pena, forgot his name. What's his name? Dan Locke. Where he says, a passion is about you, which is true. A passion is not about somebody else. A passion is about what you like. And what you like may not even be a need or something that somebody cares about. Or a lot, the pool, or whatever, right? The audience may not even be big enough for what you like, because it's going to take a serious amount of time. Marketing, for instance, is something that people need no matter what the time is. But, anyway, go to bit.ly/yourfreeconsultation and your free consultation in all caps to book your free consultation on how to make money online. Peace.